So because it was requested to do it, I am doing restringing a bait caster. I'm not doing a spinning rod because I don't have any rods, spinning rods that I want to take the line off of. So I have my Abu Garcia Black Max. It's a really great reel. If you don't have one, you want to get into bait casting, check it out, because they're one of the cheapest bait casters, but they're made really good. So check them out for sure. First, I'm going to take off the line. I'm going to show you an easier way to take off the line without just like ripping it up or tearing up your reel or anything. And then we'll get to putting it on there. So okay, so here we go. First I will be taking off the line, and the easiest way to do that is take a knife or like a screwdriver or something like that. Yes, I'm aware my desk is messy, don't mind it. Take a lighter and you want to heat up that blade. Just, maybe just the tip of it. Okay, so after doing that for a little bit, if you have mono line, then it should just melt right through it. Okay, so once you got all your line off, you want to grab the line that you want to use. I'm using Stren high impact monofilament. It's 15-pound test because it's like medium tie, so I don't need that heavy of a line anyway. I'm not 100% an expert on this or anything. What I would recommend is take your reel off the pole, off the rod. That's what I recommend doing. Just screw it off there. Take this and put it off to somewhere else. I'm gonna set it right here though. Now what I usually do is I usually take the line and I string it through the rod first. I do that for a reason. So I'm gonna do that. Okay. So now you can see, oh sorry, it is strung, oh my god, angles, okay. It is strung through all the eyelets on this rod. So now I'm gonna just set this aside. Now what we wanna focus on is this. So what I'm gonna do with this is bring it through that little hole right there that the line has to come out when you reel it in, so it doesn't clump up. It moves back and forth so it doesn't clump up in the reel and divides evenly. Now there's little holes all throughout this thing and they go straight throughout the spool. So what I do is I just shove this line right through one of those. And just feed it through like that. So once you've done that, you want to roll this around kind of slow, right? And then get back to the loop that you stuck it in. Don't worry about the side that's poking out on the other side if there is. So now you have it evenly wrapped around the thing. So now, get this out of my way. What I usually do is I always try to do a fishing knot, like a cinch knot, but it never works out. So what I'm gonna do, most people use tape to secure it on there, so they don't have to do all this. But I like to be a little more secure and not have to fight with Scotch tape or something. So I'm just gonna do maybe 5 or 6 overhand knots. Okay, so now that I have those overhand knots tied in, that's fairly secure. So now I'm gonna take my knife here and just cut off a larger portion of that tail end. I don't want to cut off the entire thing because they're just overhand knots, remember that. That should hold it, if anything, if it gets to the end. Hopefully it doesn't, because you put enough line on there. Then all you're gonna do, you're gonna pull this through. You're gonna make sure it doesn't keep spinning, and just reel it in, because the line's slick. It's gonna try to just free spin on you. I'm gonna do it this way so I don't have to revet the line. But try to keep it as tight as you can without pulling it all off. So now at this point, I can just hold the reel and kind of reel it in. And then now you want to put it back on your rod. So now, sorry, I'm in my room and it's making it harder to do this. Now the reel is back on the pole and the line is still strung through the eyelets of the rod. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take this spool and set it on the ground just like that. Just standing straight up, right in front of me. I'm gonna take this. Oh my God. I'm gonna take this and hold it just like that and keep my fingers pinched right here to keep it tight. Keep it nice and tight and just keep on reeling. Now while I'm doing this, I'm gonna say, they say that if you take your line right when you first, why am I all the way over there? When you first put it on there, because it's gonna have the memory of the spool down there. Of the larger spool. So if you take it in hot, like warm to hot water, they say it's supposed to keep the form of your reel and be a lot better when you first use it. But I don't know if it's true or not because I'm not an expert. Alright, so that looks like a fairly full spool, right? Probably put a little bit more on there, you know, whatever. I wouldn't put too much on there. I'm not going to. I'm going to leave that right there like that. So, that is how you spool and take off the line, or take D-line and reline your baitcaster. Like I said, I can do a spinning rod one as well. It's basically the same thing, just on a spinning rod. If y'all request it enough, but I'm not going to with free will because I have no need to. It's basically what I just did there. So That's all I'm gonna tell you on that. But like I said, if you want it bad enough, I'll do it. If I have a couple people comment to do it, then I will. I don't need to right now because I don't have any reels that need to be restrung. Now, if I have any down the line that are being restrung and I have an opportunity to record it, I will. Now, as far as anybody that wants me to do the how-to baitcaster, like how to use a baitcaster, I can do that, but I don't want to, simply because I'm not like this pro with a baitcaster. I've only done it for probably less than a year, and that's my first and only baitcaster that I own right there. And I'm not putting myself on a podium when I say I'm decent, but I'm not like, I'm good at it, okay? I can cast pretty far. I can use a majority of the lures, the heavier lures, medium and heavier lures that are in my tackle box. You don't use light lures with baitcasters anyway. But as far as tying knots and stuff, I can do that. Anything else fishing related, really, I can do, as long as it's the time and way to get there. So that's my only problem right now. I can't go fishing right now. Especially now that it's fall, because I don't like fishing in the cold. I actually quite hate fishing in the cold because it's cold. As far as anything else fishing, or if y'all want me to do another bow shooting video or anything like that, let me know, because I will be happy to. With that said, have a nice rest of your day, and I'll see y'all in the next video.